What's up, everybody? I have my fan blowing, so I don't know if y'all can hear that. Hopefully you can't. It's not too loud. But I'm not going to be in here for a while, or I'm going to be in here for like a couple minutes, so it doesn't really matter. But today I'm going to show you guys what I do in a day for hypertrophy, health, like literally just everything working out, obviously. I already took a shower, so that's the first thing I do. But right now, I'm going to take my blood pressure. So let's see what my blood pressure is. All right. We just got the reading. It's not the best blood pressure thing I've ever had, but it's not horrible. One, hopefully it like fixes the thing. Hopefully you can see numbers, but it's 123 over 83. Pulse is 88 beats per minute, so that's not bad, especially considering I'm in an off season and I'm the fattest I'm gonna be. So 123 is actually pretty good. And then my resting heart rate on my Apple Watch is 73. So here, let me show you guys that. So these are going to be your two most health markers that you can check, the easiest and the most important ones for how easy they are. So you guys, if you are enhanced, these are something you definitely want to pay attention to. It'd be great if my Apple Watch would let me log in. So these are the first two things I pay attention to personally when I look at my stuff. I'm not sure why it says 78 now, but it was 73, so it's definitely not 78 because I literally had it charging. But my resting heart rate's somewhere around 73. My blood pressure is better than my resting heart rate. I'd like to have my resting heart rate even lower than that, but as long as it's not above 80, I'm not really too worried about it. So that's not bad, but I don't know how it jumped up 5 points while it was charging. That makes no sense. But, alright, so first thing I do in the morning, this is a new thing I've kind of added in my routine. This helps me with my blood pressure and my resting heart rate, like, insane. Like, it's already dropped like 5 points of my systolic, my blood pressure in the past couple days. So I'm going to do 2 shots of HGH first thing in the morning, completely fasted. I haven't eaten breakfast. I haven't eaten anything yet. Then I'm going to go do 15 minutes on my walking pad, just on 3 miles per hour. So I'll do 15 minutes of that with HGH. But I'm going to let my HGH set in for like 15-20 minutes. So it actually has, really should wait like an hour and a half. But I don't have that kind of time. So I'm just, the reason you'd want to do HGH before cardio is it helps with fatty acid mobilization. So you're going to be burning more fat instead of carbs for your session of cardio. But I'm just doing steps really. So I do an hour on that stair pad a day. So I'll just do 50 in the morning and either 15 another time during the day or just 45 at night for the rest of it. But let's go ahead and do that. So I'm going to take my HGH and I'll see you guys upstairs because that's where I keep the walking pad. Alright, so I'm upstairs. My walking pad is under me. The lighting is terrible in here, so yeah, but so I got 15 minutes of this, but I hope it's not too loud because I want to talk while I do some of it. But here's the remote, so I'll just press start, then I'll put this on 3.0 speed. Oh crap, I forgot to turn it on, but I'm probably gonna cut the video just to check to see how loud this is once I start going, because if it's too loud, then obviously I can't talk. So let's see. Alright. So the 15 minutes has started, but I'm going to pause this obviously in a second just to see how loud it is. But alright, so something that has came up in the science-based community is form. So Yo Talks and Keenan have kind of like beefed, but I think they're chill now. But I've never really liked Yo, so so what Yo is saying is form is cope, or form maxing is cope, and then that an exercise cannot, like, an exercise that allows you to have bad form is just a bad exercise, which is totally untrue. Because you can look at the most stable shoulder press of all time, and if you're compressing and moving and orienting, it doesn't matter how, you could have your chest seat belt in, you could have your legs seat belt in, like literally everything could be strapped down, and you could easily still have horrible form. So obviously Yo's just an idiot, which is pretty resembled by his physique. He looks like he's never touched a weight in his life. And I think Yo's problem is, and this is something Keenan brought up in the video, saying that you're obviously not practicing what you're preaching or something like that. All right, so if you look at Yo's physique, it's like, well, clearly you're not doing something wrong. And what I think Yo is not doing is intensity. If you watch him do one of his sets, it's like it's almost like he's delusional. Like, okay, you're talking about going to failure, you're talking about you have to be intense to recruit high threshold motor units, but your sets literally look like you're not trying at all, and you can go to failure with zero intensity. Like, if you go into a set and you're chill, you don't have music playing, you're not hyped up, and you go to failure, cool. If there's someone that does the same exact set but is hyped up and is just crazy, like, they're going to fucking grow more. Like, they're going to recruit higher threshold motor units. It's perception of effort, bro. Like, that's literally all it is. And the person that wants it more is going to grow more. So that's Yo's biggest problem, in my opinion. But, you know, Yo's just, I don't know. But after I get done with this treadmill, I'm gonna go eat my first meal. I'll probably get on TikTok live for like an hour. I've been trying to do that like every day, so if y'all want some information and want to ask me questions, just go on my TikTok. And I go live pretty often now, so if I'm live, you can go in there and ask me questions. But yeah, so I'm gonna go have a meal. I haven't decided what I'm gonna have yet. This is what I forgot to do. Crap. I was supposed to go make my drink with electrolytes. So 24 ounces of water with 2 scoops of electrolytes. I usually do that and then drink that while I do this treadmill, just to get my electrolytes in for the day. If you guys need electrolytes, EcoVision, description of the video, I'll use my code and I'll make money and all guys will support me. So that's where you can get it from if you want it, but I forgot to do that. So I guess I'll have that with my first meal. My first meal will probably just be like 20 grams of protein. I need to go buy chicken from the store. I have none. So 20 grams of protein and then probably like a little bit of carbs, obviously. That'll be my first meal, but I'll show you guys when I go down there and eat. Lately, I've been, with my training, I've been changing it a little. So this has kind of been like the whole thing topic with the science-based community is formed. And I've been on this way longer than it's like came into practice, like or been talked about in the science-based community. I've been talking about like rear compression and orientation and all these types of stuff way back in college, if you guys go watch my video. So they're kind of just now catching up to me. But so I've been like actually putting more effort into my sets on paying attention to like being aware of what I'm doing. So like leg extensions, for example, because we have lower today. I don't know if I put that in my video, but we're gonna go ahead lower. So I might I pay attention to how my like what my hips are doing. I'll have pause. I'll actually control the eccentric. Like, I'm not just nutating and moving like just to get my leg to extend, you know. It's purely coming from knee extension and not any other inertia or any other factor. It's literally just coming straight from my quads. And that's what you guys can do. You can take a different amount of weight and create more mechanical tension with a lower amount of weight if you displace all the weight you're lifting on one specific spot. So you have to be intuitive with how you lift. And gym bros, like the guys that are preaching mind muscle connection, all this stuff, it's like that stuff is totally true. You can totally place more direct stimulus on a muscle with a lower amount of weight if you're not using other factors to move that weight. I think that should be pretty obvious. That's one of the main concepts in the science-based niche, is like, hey, a single joint exercise is going to recruit more motor units. It's literally the same idea. It goes off the same mechanism. Okay, maybe not you're using another muscle, so it's not the same in terms of that, but what's happening is you're still using other factors to move the weight rather than just one muscle. So like, Yo will be so obsessed with, oh, I need a single joint exercise because that's going to increase motor unit recruitment. But it's like, well, the same factor comes in when you're using inertia and all these other things, the nutating and orientation patterns. It's literally the same exact factor. You're just not using a different muscle to move it. If that makes sense to you, you know? So that's the biggest problem with a lot of lifters. The main lifter that comes to mind that has the absolute worst example of this is deadlifts. I like deadlifts. He's cool, but he's just the first person that comes to mind when you watch a set. It's just horrible. So another thing that's been like a crazy topic that I get, especially in my live streams on TikTok, because you have a lot of people that have no idea what they're talking about. So they they'll ask about gear and peptides and all this stuff. It's like, when you hear like stick to the basics, it's like, okay, yeah, like it's annoying because there's so many factors in training to where you don't stick to the basics. If you understand more stuff in depth, the better off you're going to be training wise. But when you talk about like food and just daily, just like hitting your macros and stuff like that, half these people will be asking, dude, what gear should I take? What peptide should I take? What blah, blah, blah should I take? But it's like, you know what? For 2 months straight, hit your macros every day. Once you do that, then you can come ask me about that. I guarantee, only 2 months. I guarantee 99% of the people watching this video, you either one, don't even track your food, or you haven't been consistent for at least a week straight on hitting your macros every single day. That's how rare it is. It's like, you understand, like, even just every other day, that's 50% of the year you're off plan. Every other day. So every other day, if you hit your macros, you're still 50% of the year not going towards what you want to be. So it's like, people don't understand, like, how much effort it takes just to even just be on track with your food and be actually working towards what you want to do. Because it's hard, like, tracking your food every single day, staying on plan every single day. Like, it is crazy. And it adds up quick. Like, it adds up quick when you're on track, and it adds up quick when you're off track, bro. Like, you can totally ruin your physique by what you're eating in a week. Like, it's very easy. So sticking to the basics, obviously, is going to have a huge factor, bro. If you're getting, you're eating the right amount of protein one day, then you're eating 20 grams of protein, 50 grams of protein the next. It's like, do you really expect to build muscle? And that's you on track 50% of the days, every other day. It's like, so you need to be on track like almost all the time. It's a lifestyle. Bodybuilding is not like something you can just choose to do then half-ass. Like, it's just not that. Like, that's just the wrong sport. Unless you have just, I mean, even if you have the craziest genetics ever, bro, you still have to be doing that. There's no Mr. Olympia ever that just like, oh, well, I guess I'm going to eat this. Like, that, it just doesn't happen. But people will look at your physique and be like, oh, well, he's on steroids, so that's why he looks like that. He's on steroids and he has great genetics. It's like, dude, I work harder than you in 1 week than you have in the past 5 fucking years. So you're obviously, 1, retarded, and 2, just delusional. But that's how it is in every sport. Regardless of bodybuilding, you'll see people like just excuses. They make excuses for themselves as to why they're living the life they don't want to live or have no goals. They don't understand. It's like they're just not in reality. They do whatever, they say whatever. They'd rather put more effort in making excuses as to why they're not the person they watch on TV or look up to or something. They'd rather put more time into those excuses than actually ever even try. So I'm almost done. I'm at 11 minutes, so I'll see you guys for my next meal. We're gonna have 2 slices of this bread. It's just regular bread, 70 calories per slice, so it's 140 calories. But for this meal, we're just gonna have some lunch meat and then some mayo. Usually this would be low fat, but I don't have any, so high fat, and then 20 grams of protein. So it's pretty like a 40 gram protein meal, somewhere close to that. But I'm gonna make this real quick and then I'll show you guys the macros. So, all right, I thought this Chobani had 20 grams of protein, so it's less protein than I thought this meal. But it is 25 grams of protein, 47 grams of carbs, and 17 grams of fat. So this is gonna be like 99% of my fats from this first meal. It's gonna be my highest dense fat meal, but the rest of my meals will obviously still have fats. I'll probably end up around like 30 to 40 grams of fats per today. So yeah, but I'm gonna eat this meal, then I'll probably be back for my pre-workout meal. All right, what's up, everybody? I'm back. So I forgot to record this one. I didn't forget to record it, but let me grab it. I had this as a snack, like in between meals. I don't really count this as a full meal, so I had one of these packs. It's like a tuna with like crackers, 260 calories, 20 grams of protein, 25 grams of carbs. But I'm not really counting the fats because I didn't have like the fat-free or the fat sauce. So hopefully you could hear that. I don't know why I didn't say that, but yeah, I'm not counting the fats mostly at a meal. I'll just count half of them because I only had like half the sauce, and that's where most of the fat comes from. The protein comes from the tuna. So that's mainly what I'm counting from that. And then I also had some of this. I haven't shown you guys this. I actually just got these. I got this. It's 1% chocolate milk. So here are the macros. It's mostly just protein and carbs. There's a 2.5 grams of fat, but I had 240 mLs of that. Then I'll have some more later with my protein shake. I'll have 2 scoops of EcoVision protein later with some PB Fit protein, or the powder. And then I'll have, so for this meal today, I am going to have 120 grams of rice. I'm gonna have to get a new box because this one's basically empty. So 120 grams of rice, and then I'll probably have, I'm gonna have, where is it at? I'm also gonna have this. I showed this in the last video. Okios, 15 grams of protein, and then a snack pack because we got some and they're literally just straight carbs. So I'm gonna eat one of those. All right, my meal's done. All I have to do is just throw some seasoning, but that's rice. It was 120 grams dry, not cooked. So 120 grams dry rice. And then here's the shake I'm gonna be having. Since I didn't have the electrolytes earlier, this is 2 scoops of electrolytes. Which flavor? Green apple. That's my favorite flavor. And then, or the grape one. The grape's one pretty good too. But this also has 10 grams of creatine. And then along with the rice, obviously this for the protein. But I'm gonna be having 6 grams of taurine after I eat this pre-workout, because this is my pre-workout meal. Probably should have said that earlier. And then I'll be having 3 capsules of this EAAs. So that will be my pre-workout. Then I'm gonna be having for my pre-workout dethroner, 2 scoops, and then anything else. I think that should be all. So yeah, so I'm gonna eat this, and then I'll see you guys at the gym. Alright, so I'm back from the gym. I haven't eaten anything, but normally I would have my pre-workout shake while I do my cardio, but everyone's asleep in the house, so I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna do my, I ended up doing 20 minutes this morning of the walking pad, so I'm gonna do 40 right now. I'm gonna go ahead and get that done, then I'll show you guys the shake I'm gonna have, and then my last meal. I think I might not even have another meal. I need to check my macros, but I'm in a deficit, so the pump today was kind of trash. But the workout wasn't too bad, but I'm in a deficit. I want to get down to 185 and just stay there. When I was at 195, I was just too fat, but I'm going to get down to 185. Health markers are better there. Everything's better. I just feel better there. So, yeah, I'm going to get down to 185, and then I'm going to up my food again. I'm only on like 2,400 calories right now, so I'll up my food once I'm back down to 185, but I'll be back. I'll show you guys what I take my pre-bed stack for vitamins and everything, and then also my shake, and then the video will be done. All right, I'm done with the cardio. This is my, I guess, last meal, but it has 2 scoops of Echo Vision S'mores protein. So that's 50 grams of protein, and then it has 45 grams of PB Fit. So that's more protein. I forgot how much it is. I also had another Okios, one of those little protein things at 15 grams of protein. And then that's it. That's all I have for food today. My calories are going to be up drastically in a couple days, so I'm kind of really low right now, but I just wanted to lose a little weight, like, pretty quick, so should wake up lighter tomorrow for sure. But I just took, so the vitamins or supplements I took to go to sleep, this is what I take every night. I took fish oil, magnesium biglycinate, glycinate's fine too, either one. I took vitamin K2, D3. I also took NAC, melatonin, and what else? I probably should have done it. So I had a multivitamin also. Probably should have showed you guys, but my dad's asleep in the living room, so couldn't really talk in there. But I'm just going to sip on this basically until I go to sleep. I'm going to hop in the shower real quick, obviously. But my pre-workout injectables will be GHKCU for the night, HGH, and then D-SIP. That'll be my sleep stack. Here, hold on, one more thing. So also I take, so for ancillaries, I take Nebivolol. So I'll do that right now. I'll also take telmisartan, and that should be it for right now. That's all I'm on right now, but obviously in your cut. Oh wait, no, I'm on ezetimibe and then aspirin. So ezetimibe will help with your cholesterol, and then aspirin will help with a bunch of stuff. It's really just a blood thinner, so it's gonna help with your heart rate, your blood pressure, everything to do with blood. And then telmisartan's ARB, so lowers angiotensin, which is gonna lower your blood pressure. Then Nebivolol is a beta blocker, so it blocks your beta cells, which lowers your heart rate in return. So you have a lower resting heart rate. So obviously, those are very important if you don't want to die, if you don't want heart hypertrophy, kidney damage, cell damage, anything of like that. But yeah, that's pretty much it. So that's basically everything I do in today. This is probably going to be one of my longest videos, I would think. Maybe it will be, maybe it won't be. But I'm going to hop in the shower, I'm going to drink the rest of that, and then I'm going to go to sleep. So I will see you guys later.